What's up, guys? It's TCG Player here, and I got a deck profile and a game to show off. I made this deck personally. It's inspired by kind of the Dino Rabbits with your rabbit and your tour guides and Scarum. Also, it's inspired by Evil Swarm, Ophion being really OP. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much why I wanted to make a deck that was Evil Swarm, but I didn't want to make a straight Evil Swarm, meta deck, anti-meta deck, whatever Evil Swarm is. And I didn't really enjoy playing Burning Abyss. I didn't understand it because I am still new to Yu-Gi-Oh! Technically. So yeah, so I made this deck, and it's kind of like an inspiration. So we'll start off with the main deck. Um, as you guys know, it's a Rescue Rabbit deck, so I run the one Rescue Rabbit to go into my plays, which would be Heliotrope into my Ophion. And then I also run 3 Tour Guides, 2 Scarm, and 2 Tour Bus. I run the 3 Tour Guides because it's kind of necessary to get your level 3s. I run 2 Scarums because, well, it's good defense, and it's another target for Tour Guide, but its effect during the end phase was sent to the graveyard this turn. So that means if you detach it from your XYZ, it's really good. You get to add 1 level 3 Dark Fiend, so you can add a Tour Guide to go into your XYZ next turn. And then 2 Tour Bus, because I do go through most of my deck pretty fast, being Rescue Rabbit takes out 2, Tour Guide takes out 2 or 1, and then if I detach for whatever XYZ I use for level 3s, it takes out another card with Scarum, so I need to be returning cards to the deck, so I run 2 Tour Buses for that. This card's actually really good too, because it can turn my XYZs, because I do only run, 1 Zen main, 1 L card, and 1 Fortune Tune, 1 101, 1 Exciton, and 1 Lavolval. So yeah, it's really good there. I also run just the 1 of Thunder King, and 1 Honest. I don't have many light targets to use it for, so I'm probably going to take that out for something else. I just don't know what yet. But yeah, as I said, the Rescue Rabbit, I used the 3 Heliotropes. It's a good beater, it's a normal monster, and it goes into the Ophion easily, 2 level 4 Evil Swarms. So that's why I run 3 of them. I run 3 Evil Swarm Castor. Castor is really good because it allows you to go into that Ophion play, really easy, just like Rescue Rabbit would. You play him, and then if I have one of these guys in my hands or one of the Thunderbirds, I can just Castor, Heliotrope, Ophion. Really good. And then I run through 2 Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds are really good, especially since there's a lot of XYZs that target destroy. So you can banish him if he gets targeted, and then they wasted an XYZ card, or an overlay card, and you +1 kind of off of it. For spell cards, I run, Gold Sark to get out that Rescue Rabbit easier, or to get, cards that I would need, like, I don't even know. I usually only Gold Sark for Rescue Rabbit, and if Rescue Rabbit's gone, I don't usually use Gold Sark. I really use the 1 of Dark Hole, 1 of Book of Moon, and 1 of Allure, because my deck has a lot of darks. I didn't know Thunder King was light. Huh. And then 1 day, one day apiece. I don't know. I'm iffy about this card. I mean, it's you activate it on your turn, but then no player takes battle damage. I don't know, man. So these 2 cards I might take out for something else. Don't know. Those are the 1 ofs, and then I use 1 double summon because double summon very good. Effect: you can conduct 2 normal summons, not just 1. That doesn't need to be there, Konami. But yeah, I use 1 double summon because if I don't have a Castor, or a Rescue Rabbit, or a Tour Guide, I can still go into that Ophion, or I can still go into that 101 if I need the 101 or Exciton or Lavolval. So double summon is pretty good. And then 2 MSTs because I don't have much back row removal, so I do need that. 1 lance and 1 dress, just to avoid card destruction. And then I use 2 infestation pandemics to go along with my Ophion. Detach 1, search this, and then your cards can't be destroyed, basically. 1 supply unit, because supply unit's pretty good. Not only would you be able to return 1 card with Bus, say if Bus was destroyed by battle, Bus goes graveyard, I draw 1, and then search 1. So it's pretty good. I mean, I might also take supply unit out for a different draw card, maybe Upstart or something, but I don't know. I like it. And then for my trap cards, you got your one-ofs, Bottomless, Compulse, and Solemn. Solemn is I don't know. It's all right. It stops some spells and traps, but most of the time you just solve them off an effect or a summon. And then I use my 2 Mirror Forces and a Deprison. Deprison gets rid of hands and whatnot. You guys know that, but it also gets rid of cards that you just generally don't want on the field. And then 2 Mirror Force because most people think you're just going to be running Deprisons. So they'll overextend sometimes, and then you can just Mirror Force their board and plus off of that. And then I use 1 Infestation Infection. So you guys know that Bird's ability is you can banish it, so that's good. But if you don't have a bird out, and say your caster gets targeted, you can Infestation, put this back in the deck, add, an Evil Swarm. And then you got your 1 of Wiretap, because Wiretap is pretty good. I want to add 2, but yeah, as I said, I want to remove maybe 3 cards, being these 3, so I could put in another Wiretap, and then I get a Blackhorn, so maybe add another Blackhorn, because Blackhorn is basically solemn, but no cost, and it's not limited, so Blackhorn's pretty good. So that's the main deck. That's 40 cards. There are 3 cards I do want to change, but at the same time don't want to change. So yeah, maybe we'll think of something. And then we go into the extra deck. For level 4s, I run 2 Ophions, shut down that level 5 or higher monster summons and whatnot. 1 Utopia, because if you need to, you can Utopia and then negate a couple attacks from your opponent. 1 Blade Armor Ninja. This card is, in my opinion, very good. It's a 44k beater for 2 turns, basically. So if your opponent has nothing on the board, or they have like a low attack monster, you can swing over it and yeah, attack again. I mean, it's not necessarily just a 44k, it's 22, but it's okay. It's pretty good. It's like BLS, but you don't have to attack a monster to activate the second attack. And then you get your basically every deck has these. Your number 50 Black Ship of Corn, your Exciton Knight, 101, and Gaga Cowboy. Cowboy for game, never used it. 101 for removal of other XYZs that you don't want to deal with. Exciton if you're behind, and Black Ship for removal. And then I run Lavolval Chain to put Rabbit on top if I don't have Gold Sark in hand, or I can put, something I am going to need on top. Well, Tour Guide maybe. Not these cards, I guess. I haven't used a Lavolval yet in this deck because I haven't needed it. I run 1 Paladynamo because it's good for, getting rid of some big cards, BLS, anything with like a lot of attack. You can just negate its effects, bring its attack down to 0, swing over it. And when he dies, you +1, you draw a card, so it's not really like a minus at all. So those are level 4s. I run quite a bit because my deck is mainly level 4s. But for level 3s, I run 1 Alucard. It's kind of like having 2 MSTs, that can target monsters too. So it's pretty good. I love Alucard. It helps a lot in games. One Zen mains, you know, it's kind of more MST like card. You destroy up to 2 cards, I guess, with this, you can say, by detaching when it gets targeted for destruction. And then one Fortune Tune. This card is amazing. I love this card. You gain 500 life points every standby phase. Can't be destroyed because you can detach. And then when it does die, you return 2 level 3s and this to your deck. So this goes back to the extra deck, and you can return a Tour Guide, Scarum, or 2 Tour Guides, stuff like that. It's such a good card, in my opinion. And then 2 Leviars, because if you Gold Sark, Rescue Rabbit, and you're able to get a Leviar, you have Leviar out, you can Leviar your Rescue Rabbit, activate Rescue Rabbit, and then Gold Sark will still give it to you 2 turns later, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, or you can, Gold Sark, Rescue Rabbit, a couple turns later you get Rescue Rabbit, you use Rescue Rabbit, and then you somehow get your Leviar out, and then you return Rescue Rabbit, next turn or something like that, you use it again. So it's really good. Leviar is a good card with Rescue Rabbit, definitely a good combo. For my extra deck, I don't have one really. I just use 2 Maxis and an Effect Failure in case, if I do have to side in for a match, then I can, determine, do they have anything worth Effect Failuring? Do I want to switch it out for like maybe Supply Unit or Honest or Max C, stuff like that. Other than that, that is my deck. If you guys have any suggestions for side deck, main deck for switching cards out, let me know. I would love to hear you guys. I'm still new to the game, new to deck building. But let's get on to the game real quick. I'm not going to talk during the game. I'm not going to commentate. You guys can just watch and hopefully get what's going on. It was a very long game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and see you guys next time.